Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome, and I am so excited that you guys are here with me today. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Miss Adrian. Yes, you know what, Adrian? I love this bundle. I'm pretty sure. Again, I have the advantage that I'm fairly new to Stampin' Up, so everything is an excitement, right? But oh my God, it's so adorable and cute. That paper, yeah, I'm in love with it. Anyways, um, oh, you can't order it yet? Yes. Well, it's really beautiful. We are gonna go through it real quick because I did that in the other video. But so people can see it if they did not have a chance to kind of go to the other video. Hey, Carrie, how are you guys? So yeah, uh, just as I have been doing, guys, a promotion. Promotion of the starter kit is just really good offer, guys. You don't want to miss it. And the next one is this is my free gift if you order $50 worth of product before shipping and taxes. So I would love again to spoil you guys, and this is my way to say thanks to all of you who buy in my online store. Okay. I'm not going to. Hi, Tina. How are you? I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking because guess what? I always like end up doing it super late. I just try very hard and I talk too much, guys. You got to tell me, hey, stop the talking, girl, because certainly it takes a little bit of time. Let's go to the crafting table real quick. Okay. Kiwi, I think I said hi, but if I didn't, hi. This is me, guys. This is me. Welcome to my world. It's always a little bit crazy. Okay, so I saw these. Let's talk about the bundle first, real quick. I have here the papers. I don't know if you ended up seeing the other video, and it was very long. And at the end, I showed the papers, but I want to show them once more just because, again, that video got cut and it was kind of mayhem. So this paper is called Be Mine. Actually, I keep saying Be My Valentine, and the suite is called Be Mine. I had to go, hey, Elizabeth, and correct it because I kind of messed it up. The bundle is called Be My Valentine. So, there's me. So, real quick, really cute paper, bee related, hence Be Mine. This is our cute little thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. This is a little bee. We, kind of the star of the show, and so we'll see it here in a minute in the stamping set. And then it has this back. I like about this paper that it has a lot of what I would call simpler or less busy not backgrounds, sides, and so it's easy to mix and match. I absolutely love this one. The main colors in these paper are petal pink, daffodil delight. You have real red. You have some petal pool party. Look at this one. Isn't this little bee just so adorable? And lemon lime twist. I think it's that one. This is probably my favorite pattern. I cannot help it, guys. I'm a sucker for little flowers. And this is did I show you this? No, I did not. And this is the other side. All very beautiful. Just very cute paper. It's less beautiful and just like super cute. And this is the last page. And like I said, these two are kind of that kind of paper that you can use a lot to mix and match, because if you put a little bit of, let's say, something that's a little bit busier like this on top of this, it would just really look well, like it won't clash. Yes, Adrian, thank you, Elizabeth. And guys, if you could share, same as always, I really appreciate it. It is a beautiful DSP. It's just cute, right? Like the cutesy. Now let me bring. So it has. This is the stamp set. So it has the little bumblebee that you can build. You can do either the heart or the wings, or this can be the wings. Hey Gary, how are you? I'm I can't read well what you're saying, Gary, but how are you? Hey, Susie. Thank you, Anita. I appreciate that. And it has like little faces for the bee, which I absolutely. Hey, Ida, how are you? And it has, it's very Valentine. There's no doubt about it. It has be mine. I love you no matter what. Happy Valentine's Day. You'll always be the one for me. Love you. You make my heart buzz. I love that one. It's real red, real red. And you're as sweet as honey. So very, of course, Valentine-ish. And it does bring a punch that you guys can tell. Um, it's dirty. I've been using it. And it just cuts the bee in the heart slash wings and another little heart. Oh, thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. We talked in the other video that this can be also a talk bubble. Um, and I think that's super useful too if you want to play like with some of the many little critters we have nowadays. So that's it. I said that then, and I'm going to say it today. Probably my favorite thing because I'm just such a kid is it's these are called, let's see, adhesive hearts and flowers. So the little bling bling it brings. Oh my God. I'm in love with them, guys. I know. So petal pink, daffodil, no, pool party, daffodil delight, petal pink, and real red. And I think this is Swiss sorbet. This is very, very cute, guys. I absolutely love this. Um, you know what? Now I have a doubt. Let me see one thing. So actually, guys, I lied to you, Kiwi and Carrie. It's not real red. It's sweet sorbet. I used real red, so just in case it does not mismatch. So, guys, yeah. So I absolutely love these. These are almost feel like stickers. I think it's just transporting me to when I was a kid, and you had like the stickers. Yeah, in love with them. And it has little flowers and big, like two sizes of each. So we're going to be using some of these today. Super, super excited. Now, let's see. Let me see. So same as always, I'd like to give credit to the person that I saw this from. I saw these, yes, in Pinterest, of course. And from what I think is an UK, not demonstrator, crafter. Her name is her website is A Passion for Cards, and it's Ruth Hamilton. I absolutely loved her. Her card is much bigger than ours. Ours is going to end up being 5.5 by 6, I want to say, or 6 by 6. It may be 6 by 6 in the end. And hers was 8, I think 8.5 by like the same 6. It is bigger. Hers is much bigger. You'll see here why it makes sense. If you are interested in the bigger measurements, I can direct you guys to her website. It is in centimeters. I did do the quote unquote translation right to inches. It did not work as well as I hoped in her version, but once I made it smaller, it kind of worked well. So hey, there's that. And let's see what else. I think that's it. We are going to start working on the card base, which is going to be in white. The actual card base I have already cut, but it's in black. And guys, it's rough. Rough. Cutting on black is tough. Before I go on, do remember that I'll have the PDF tutorial. It has the measurements. It has the instructions. I always recommend guys to watch the video just because sometimes when I'm writing stuff, it's a little bit harder to explain myself, and I think I make it more complicated than necessary. So that two thing. Besides those two, we are going to be using the Sending Smiles bundle. Yes. No, just the dies. No, the bundle. Just kidding, guys. Her website is called A Passion for Cards. And let me do this real quick, guys, so you guys can go check it out if you want. And that's exactly the the post. Hey, Terry, how are you? Her name is Susan Ruth Hamilton. Jesus Maria. Yeah, Ruth Hamilton. So I'm going to be using these. This is a older bundle, but it's one of my favorites. I have to tell you guys, one of my favorites. The other thing we're going to be using is the Fluffiest Friends. Hey, Rachel, how are you? Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Fluffiest Friends. I absolutely love this. You guys probably know that because you guys know I love coloring. So we're going to be using this super friendly bear. And like I said, once you see certain things, you can't avoid it, right? He's got honey, so that works perfectly well with our bee theme. And finally, we are going to be using this punch. Don't remember how it's called, guys. Sorry about that. It's probably mason jar punch or something like that. Now, this is in the clearance rack right now, and it's like half price or something. It's super, super cheap. I adore mason jars. I am a canner. I don't know if that's the word, but I like to can my veggies in the fall, and so mason jars are really significant for me. So this was one of the first things I got. As soon as I saw this jar, I'm like, I'm getting that. And on top of that, this jar paired in the past with one of those bubbles they used to sell. I think they have some still to make shaker cards, and that was just like a complete. I have to get it. So as logically, I still have a lot of the plastic little shelves things. I have not used them all, but I still love this very much, and I'll probably be using some of those now that we have the these still in stock. Oh, you know what, Adrian? I think I did not get the stamp set, which was very, very inconvenient with my. Yeah, exactly, Terry. It was very inconvenient because I wanted to color the thing. I mean, it ends up looking okay, but it's not perfect. Anyways, so this is all the stuff we're going to be using today. I know it's a little less than last week, so that's the good news, guys. But still, and I told you guys I like to use my stuff. There's no way it should be different. Okay, I'm gonna open these real quick. We are going to start. This is our regular card base. We're going to cut these at 6. Well, it's dirty there, but I guess it's okay since we're going to cut it. I'm actually going to use these. One of the things I love about the trimmer is that it actually has that ledge in here, and it allows me to not go further from that 6, because you guys know it happens often in my world. So, okay, so we have a piece of 11 by 6 inches, and what we're going to do. So I worked very hard on the steps because they made a lot of sense to me. I hope these make sense to you, but it's just how I felt it's easier to make the card. So hopefully it works for all of you. Look, my poor trimmer is still dirty. So we're going to get these. We're going to align the 11-inch side towards the top of the trimmer, and we're going to align here at the 6.5 inch mark, and we're going to score. And we're going to score from 1 to the top. And I'm starting at 1 because I can see much more or less where 1 is here. In order for me to like really see well, I had to put my head in there, and so I don't want to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and score that. Now we're going to move all the way to 5, and you're not seeing because I'm in your way, all the way to 5 in here, and we're going to score to the bottom. So it's 1 inch in from both sides. Hey, Diane, how are you? Welcome. Okay, so we have those two. Now I'm going to turn this around, but I'm making sure that these, what we just scored, those score lines, can you see them? There you go, are on the lower end. So bottom line, this is our 6.5 inch, and this would be the leftover, right? So we're going to align this at 1. So there's 1. I'm going to bring my cutting blade, and we are going to cut. Okay, guys, let me do this because I'm not seeing very well. So I'm just marking these score lines a little bit so I can see better. And we're going to score from 1 to that score line, which is here at 6.5. And again, I'm not seeing this very well for whatever reason, but I don't want to put my big head on top of there. That works. And we're going to move to 5, which it would be that other inch, right, that we made. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go from 5, from the score line, which I can't see now. Oh, it's right here, guys. My eyes. I think that all these crafting got my eyes all crazy. So, well, I'm going to go and start here so I can slowly, and I have said this tons of times, guys. Why don't you tell me that you're not seeing? Like, tell me. It's a whole lot better to do this slowly than, go further. So, cut slowly. Yeah, see? Terry. So Terry is on Facebook, and she's saying that she can see unless her head is super close. I'm getting there, and she says getting old is wonderful. It is a thing. So anyways, here is I can see more or less, here is our little 6.5. So I'm getting there, and I'm going to move all the way to 1. And again, just do it slowly, right? I always say, like I was saying, you can't cut. You can't glue it back, right? You can always cut a little bit. Hey, Deborah, welcome. But you cannot cut. You cannot glue back. Okay, guys. Anyways, now we're going to turn back to the 11-inch side, always keeping that 6 on the right side. So now it is going on the right side. And I'm going to move my trimmer here a little bit. Okay. And we are going to align at 1. So back at 1, and we are going to score. And we're going to do the same scoring from 1 to the top, or from the top to that 1. So exactly where our cut line goes. And from 5 to the 6, right? Now we're going to move to 2. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to score again from that cut line to the bottom edge, and from the top edge to the cut line. Now, this is where it gets interesting. We are going to move to 1.5, and we're going to score all the way to 4.5. Let me know, guys, if you want me to make this a little bigger. I mean, a little closer. If you want it a little closer, let me know. We can do that. So I'm going from 1.5 to 4.5. Okay. So we're going to score there. Now marking well that score. And now we are going to move to 4.25. There it is. And we're going to do the exact same score. So between 1.5, more or less there, to 4.5. Okay. And now we are going to move to 5 3/8. So right here, 5 and 3/8. 5 5/8, sorry guys. And we are going to cut. And we're going to cut from 1.5 to 4 in, yeah, to 4.5. Sorry guys, I got a little scared that I was not saying that correctly. Thank you. Okay, so slowly, right? So we got that cut in there. Now we are going to move to 5.5, and we are going to score, just kidding, between the 2 big cuts. Okay, so that's an easy scoring because I can actually see that. Easy scoring for my eyes is what I mean. And this is more or less your card. We are going to turn this around, and we are going to align here at 1.5, right there. And we are going to cut, and I'm going to do this so you guys can see better because you're not seeing what I'm doing. Sorry. See, I'm aligning here at 1.5, right? And we are going to cut between, I don't know if you guys can see, since this is I'm going to mark this. So here's our score line, and here is that cut line, right? And we are going to cut between that first score line, so it's at 2, remember, to this cut line here, okay? And we are going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to go to 4.5 and do the same thing. Could you turn around and do it completely, right? You can just turn around and do it. I sometimes feel that it's easier for me to like just keep moving instead of turn around. I have had mistakes when I turn around. So it's me, Maria, user error, right? And now this is going to go, oh, well, I just disconnected there. So this is just a regular stepper card, but with a twist. So we're going to, we fold these, this will go belly. This one will go belly. Okay, so softly I'm moving that. These go belly, and this one inside goes, I'm just doing it softly, guys. Sorry, you're not seeing. Goes, so mountain and belly. Sorry, I was saying. Okay, if we see it this way, I'm sorry, guys. If you see it this way, this is mountain, this is valley, this is mountain, this is mountain. Sorry about that. So both of them, right? This is what's going to get our stepper card in here, more or less. So that's the basic. We still have one step that we're going to do last when we are working on the card, and I'll show you why. These will go mountain again, and this will go mountain. Now, this piece, so you guys have an idea what we're doing, this little flap in here is going to go like, not glued. It goes, you make a little slit in there in the back, and this is how your card is going to look like. So you're creating, now that I see it looks like a computer for whatever reason, but what you're creating is like a little station here. So imagine the options for this card. I just like kept playing. I just did not have time. And don't worry, guys, I did not use the Oh Holy Night Suite again. But that totally will look amazing if you put like the, you know, here, like the Holy Family in here and use the paper to decorate. That would be like amazing. I just did not do it because, you know, guys, I've been using that one quite a bit. So this is our card. Now, I'm going to say this. The PDF has all the measurements. I am going to try to create kind of a template so you can decide when to cut and when to score on your own, you know, like what works best for you. Okay, so this is our card. We're going to move to black. And yes, like when I was doing, I'm so glad you like it, Carrie. When I was doing these, guys, I could barely see what I was doing. I had to be like on top. So we're going to do the folding together again. So we have one, this one in here. I always do those first because those are bigger, and then go back to our ones in here. I'm not sure why it's not working. There you go. One, and the next one. And of course, it always happens. We need to bring our bone folder. Yes, I did not work on it. Mostly because I have a lot of other stuff to use. I think that the Christmas card I used, it ended up being nice. Hey, Lavon, how are you? Oh, drive safe. Drive safe. Yeah, the template. Yeah, I will make a template and then add it so you guys can look for it. Okay, so I'm just bringing my bone folder again and reinforce those score lines. I'm going to open this a tiny bit. Fold this, right? Sorry, guys, it looks a little convoluted there. And then fold this little flap again. And I'm going to just go around here. Yeah, you can't see. Okay, so Ta-da! It looks really, really fun in black. I did cut everything. I will. Okay, okay. Template it is. I know it's much simpler when you see it. I am a visual person too, so hey, this is it. Now we have to decorate this. The good news, of course, is I have all my little stuff already cut, and so this should go a little quicker. So I use that plaid in Daffodil Delight. I do love how Daffodil Delight looks with black, and same this one, and this is going to be our like bottom piece. Okay, so we're going to do this before I move any further with this. We're going to do some stamping, and I am going to bring my Misty because so I'm going to bring all this so I have an idea. So this is going to go in here. I'm going to show you my little bear because it's so adorably cute. That is going to go in here, and you're not seeing, guys. I don't know why I'm off camera today. So we have the bear. We have our little thingy here. Thingy. That sounds really good, huh? And I have the sending. Let me see. And all I need is this one because I really need to make sure this is. So I'm going to put this one in here. More or less like that. So I am just building the card as I'm going to use it, right? And so I'm going to make a little mark, guys. So I'm going to make a little mark in here. This is where I want the stamp. So I'm going to move these. I'm going to move these all the way to the bottom. I'm going to remove all debris in there and bring the stamp that we're going to use, which is not set yet. I've not decided if I want love and big hugs. I think sunshine to brighten your day is a good one since it's such a yellow card, huh? So let's see if I can find it because it's always sending smiles. I think I've done that, sending smiles across the line. So going back here, this was going to go more or less there. So I want this. And actually, let me see. I was thinking of using this one too. So I'm going to move this further there and see if this is a good idea. And I may leave it like is there. I really like the sending sunshine to brighten your day. It really is. Oh, hi, Belinda. How are you? The goblins try to kidnap me. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Anyway, so this is going to be so we're going to put that little, I don't know how you call it. How do you call that thingy? Like the airwaves? Guys, I don't know how this is called. The stamp is in the new stamp set, in the Be My Valentine stamp set. I don't know how to call it, but there's nothing new about that. So I'm just going to put this like that, a little off so it's not straight because I have an issue with straight things for whatever reason. So this is going to go more or less like that. We are going to bring this, and Maria, I'm so cute sometimes, huh? I mean, I have magnets for a reason, don't I? Okay, I'm going to bring one magnet in here and the other magnet on top. And I think that should do. And that is fine. The only advantage we have is that, let me see how I put this. This is going to go. Didn't want that to happen, but of course it had to happen. Okay, there it goes. So maybe there, so they don't attract each other. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's good. I want to put this a little bit lower though. More like there. So we actually have a good look at the little swirly thing. Betrayal, that's a good one, Carrie. Yes, that sounds like that. I like that one. Betrayal. So going back in here, sorry guys. a little bit further. Since you guys know I'm a little bit OCD, I'm not even concerned about you watching me doing this. Okay. Now, look at that. It stayed. And actually, can I? Oh, well, that is not very cool. So we'll stamp it in, where is my black? I can't find, oh, here's my black. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. I found my black. We're going to do this in black. We're going to heat emboss it in black real quick. Maybe not real super quick, but quickish. Okay, always. Okay, guys. There we go. Oh my God, Belinda, you need to show us the pictures of what you're doing. Always bring your little fluffy friend. It's very useful. I find it useful and it helps a lot. So, especially when you have little, thinking I should put myself up on that corner, especially when you have little, littler font, or font that is, not too big. You definitely want to bring your powder. And we're going to bring this up in here. Guys, if you don't own one of these, this is super useful to just do this instead of trying to struggle. I'm trying to see if this actually, I don't know, I want to go for a little bit more. It costs me nothing, right? Usually I have long sleeves. I'm kind of always on the cold end. And so I always have long sleeves, and I just kind of use the long sleeves so it slides. But that doesn't look very professional. So using these is just a little eraser, that will work. So hopefully this is okay. I can't see if it's working or not. So let's cross our fingers. I'm bringing that tweezer that works very well. I love this tweezer. I'm gonna put this and clean my stamps later. So it doesn't take 2 hours to finish this card. I was like, oh, it's gonna be super quick. Come on, Maria, whatever. And here we are. So it seems like it's doing okay. So let's see. Yep. I see the words. That's a good start, guys. That's a good start. And I see my B trail. Thank you, Carrie, for that. As you guys can tell, I'm not very good with this spoons. Like, I don't know why. I think it's the, what's the name of this? The plastic container. So I have a bigger one for my white one. Tin, tin, tin. And it works really, really well, I have to say. But it's just a little bigger. And so I think that I'm like, okay, I need to make them smaller, or I'll need another place to put all my embossing powders, and I don't like that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna touch for a second and bring a noisy embossing machine. I always start in the back. That helps a little bit while it gets hot. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Well, you guys know I like my coloring, right? That is totally therapeutic for me. So, thank you for that. Okay, now it's turning-ish, mostly. Good. Anita, these are, and I think they still have it. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, so these tweezers belong to, I think it's called the embossing buddy or something like that. So Stampin'Up came up with this last year in the mini catalog. And yeah, that's what I got them. And I think they still have them available. And I really like how it looks embossed in black. There were a few extras that I could have taken off, but I didn't. So there's that, and we can't do anything about it now. So we're going to align these things and put this stuff together now. Okay, maybe since the glue decided not to collaborate. I mean, for real? But there it is. Now, why does it always happen, guys? Have you realized when it just doesn't come, then it just spews all the available glue in the world? Ugh. Okay, so I am going to center this the best I can. I'm using glue because I've told you guys, I have found out that I really, really struggle placing like thin pieces on thin cardstock. So like these, I don't know why, guys, but always, it's just so weird. Yeah, they are, I think they still have them actually. If somebody can check for me, that'll be amazing. But it's super, super useful, right? I used the big thingy to get the embossing powder a lot until I decided that I just needed to get, you know, those bigger containers, plastic containers to get my stuff. That just makes more sense instead of me trying and fighting with, you know, with all of it. But now, like I was saying, like my white one, because, you know, I have mentioned in the past, I kind of have a ton of white because I really, really use it a lot. Okay, I'm just making sure all these are there, and we're going to bring and start decorating here. So our yellow thingy, and I don't know if you noticed the black, but this black we are going to fix with a little, one of those little flowers, probably the red ones or something. I'm going to extend this because you guys know that I don't work well with. Okay, wait. There, just a tiny bit. I don't work well when it's, I like it like horizontal to me. So this is what I'm trying to say, that I didn't clean it completely. Bad, Maria. So we'll put a little flower in there or something just to. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Meaning just what I was saying, Elizabeth. That is so funny. You're saying that, and here I go with my issues. I think that the black embossing is very useful sometimes, especially in a case like this where you want to like make this. I could totally just stamp this in black, but Maria had to make it a little complicated, and here we are. So it's fine, guys. I could totally, that would look just as good in black. I just think that I like that it's shiny. Oops, Maria, for real. Look at that. And so I just like the shiny part of it. I think that's what drove me to heat embossing a long, long time ago. And I know I told you guys how that happened when I moved to the States. Okay, so this is our first. I forgot something for here, guys. How does that happen in my world? Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to make a couple of these real quick. So these are going to be 3/4 by 3/4. And then I'm going to go all the way. And we're going to need 2 of them. So 3/4 by 3/4. And then we're going to cut some yellow to match. So there's one. I'm going to move, and we're going to cut the next one, 3/4. And I'm pretty sure you heard my dog. She was getting a little excited. It just looks really cute, but you're totally right. Exactly what happened to me is what you're talking about. The black specks are not ideal. And so we have these 2 little pieces. Okay, they're coming. And now I'm going to bring a little bit of the Raffle Delight. I'm glad I had a tiny bit in here. And this is going to be 7/8 by 7/8. So we're just making little squares that we are going to include in those corners. The backs of those steps. Sometimes I get like these words in my brain, and I don't even know where they come from. And then let's go ahead and glue this. This is probably my favorite one. I love those little daisies against the red. Can't help it, guys. And I'm gonna actually glue this and let them be, because I said this. Who else struggles when gluing stuff using glue? Like, it moves. It's so good at it that it moves, but man, sometimes it moves so much that I'm like, how? Just stay where I put you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna let them be for a couple more seconds there. Oh my God. I am so glad Terry's on Facebook, and she's saying that she can't get herself to make simple cards. I am so glad about that, Terry, because neither am I. It's just like, I can't say anything different. It is what it is. Okay, so here is the next step. And I made two other cards. One of them, I wanted to like make some decoration in the back and in the inside, and it was just like messy. So I decided I need to be more careful with what I'm trying to do. So this is going to be, and we are going to put, what we're going to do, we're going to put this in the back in here, and we are going to create kind of like a pocket dish. And I'll show you guys what I mean. It's pretty funny how I discovered this. I'll show you how I discovered this because well, if you've been here before, you guys know I like my layers, right? I cannot help it. Kind of like what Terry's saying. I love layers, and I just enjoy that very much. And I could easily say that I tend to over decorate stuff, but I'm okay with that, right? Like that's how I like it. And so I wanted to put. Let me show you this, like stuff here in the back, and then stuff on the other back, and at some point you realize that it was going to be too much. So we're going to put these peas. Let's adhere this. This piece is, so the yellow is 5 7/8 by 4 3/8. Is it 4.5? Yes, 4.5. And then the layer is just 1/8 smaller. And again, I'm going back in there and making sure that it all fits and that it's centered in that. It's just an eighth. I've said this before. I'm pretty good with eighths at this point in time. So now what we're going to do, remember, this is the card we have. I'm going to put this right there. We are going to bring our trimmer again. This is the last step. We're going to open all the way because we need to come here. And we're going to move here. Let me remove this here. All the way to 9. We're going to go to 9 inches. And we are going to cut between the same 1.5 and 4.5. And because I'm going to move this towards me a little bit, and because it's to get that little flap in, I actually recommend you make it a little bigger. So maybe between 4 and 3/8 and what is it, 4 5/8. Here's my half, so I'm just pushing a little bit towards that 1.25, and goes all the way to 4.5, right? And here's 4.5, and so I'm gonna push a little bit harder, and that is just gonna. I know it's just a little bit, so it helps these flap to open. Now, I don't think that cut all the way because it has several layers, guys. It just remember, we have very good cardstock. So, okay, I'm aligning this again. So sometimes, we have to push, and I didn't push. Now, I have said this many times, guys, and we've done this in the past, and we're going to do it again. I'm going to move this. Actually, that probably helped a little bit. We're going to move these probably like a 16th. So just a tiny bit towards, whichever side, it doesn't really matter, but I'm moving towards 9 1/16. And you can still see, so here's 9, and I'm moving to that 16th of an inch. There it is. And we're going to cut another piece in the same 4 and a little bit, 4.5 or 4 5/8 to all the way to maybe 1.25. Okay. You guys know I like my bigger slots. If I am going to do something like this, it just makes it easier for you, makes it easier for me. When you are doing this kind of extra fun folds. So we are going to bring our little friends, our little scissors. I know. And we are going to cut this. So this is going to look odd here for a moment. We are going to fix this. Again, it just, okay, that did not cut all the way. Hello, Maria. But I'm going to try to just fold this real quick to help it so I don't have to like damage too much my cardstock here. Most of these will be covered-ish on the front of the card. Well, that would be on the back of the card. And this piece of the inside, I'm going to try to fix it because I could have just used my blade again, I guess. Okay, guys. Well, that's not ideal, but kind of is cut. See, like it kind of cuts. Okay, well, that's the best we got. Let it be. Maria, let it be. I'm trying to see, and we'll move this like so. I think that looks okay. It looks very okay on the other side. It's here that is annoying. And I'm going to let it be, guys, because otherwise I'll fix it later. I'll just make sure it's well cut. Okay, so the next step now that we have that is this area. And this area is for, I lost my template. Where did it go? Oh, here it is, guys. Sorry. That area is 4 by 4.5. So this piece is actually 3 7/8. 3 7/8 by 3 3/8, and this one is just 1/8 smaller. And just like we have done, we're gonna go and bring our Stampin' Seal Plus and adhere this. We're gonna center this. I absolutely love this pattern. I know I've said that already, but hey, it's worth saying again. I really, really like it. Okay, and I'm centering these as best as I can. You guys know I don't do perfect. So initially, because sometimes my brain does not think, I'm like, okay, because we need to make this hole here, right? So you can do this already in here. I guess what I'm trying to say, sorry, is you can adhere these before cutting these. I did not like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to create like a little stencil and I can just cut it in. And then I realized I was being a little dumb. And so what I am going to do, so let's go ahead and stand that. I'm going to bring my Post-it tape, maybe. Guess it's a new Post-it tape. And I'm going to grab a couple pieces. Hey, Yvette, how are you? Oh my God, Terry is so funny because she's saying on Facebook that she spends half the time looking for things she just had. If I had a penny, guys, probably Terry and I will be millionaires. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'm putting this just as I would, and I could actually glue it. I don't know why I'm just not doing that. Anyways, just in case something goes wrong, might as well. And I'm going to put one piece there and one piece there, right? And so the easiest way to do this, of course, is we're going to remove this. We're going to bring our pencil, and we're going to draw that little square. It's not a square, but it's squarish. And now we're going to cut this in this little piece. I know, guys, there's a few steps to this, but I think that the end result is totally worth it, guys. So, and now we're just going to align this and do the cutting, same as we have done in the past. Now, because of the measurements, I know that I've done this a few times, so it's easier for me, but this is more or less 1.5, or should be 1.5, right? It's actually like 1 3/8 because this is smaller, right? The piece is smaller. So I'm aligning these as well as I can. I'm moving again this here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And hopefully that is not, so I'm going to put this a little bit there. Making sure it's in the mist. That's good, Maria. That's good. And that's why you do this slowly without any pressure, because in the end you don't want to make a mistake. Oh, Yvette, I'm so glad. Yes, me neither. Like I'm always, it's so crazy. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to align here, make the most, just try it a tiny bit. If it's not aligned, then you move a little bit, and then you know it's just a little bit that you just cut, and so nobody will notice it, right? And we're going to do the same thing. The other thing that you could do if you wanted is using a die. That could be the other way to do this, but I think in the end you're going to have to do something similar to know exactly where to locate, where to put the die, right, when you're cutting. And so I think it's more or less the same end result. So there we go. So now we have our little window. We save this because we are going to use this maybe eventually. Okay, maybe, guys. Okay, we're going to use this here in a little bit. We're going to bring these up. Now, it is important to see that these are not exactly the same measurement. So the bigger one is the one that goes on the lower end. And so this is going to go in here just like this. And I am bringing glue because it gives me some, leeway to get this in the perfect spot. We're turning this around. We're doing what we did before. And like I said, you can totally do these together. So when you're cutting these initially, do it together. But I don't know why I did not like it. So just a heads up. Okay, so that's where we go. Now, I'm going to bring our little two corners in here. Not corners, the back of the steps, not corners. Why I keep saying corners? I'm going to line those. Might as well get that out of the ways before I lose them. Because I have lost stuff here in the lives. Those that have been with me for a while know that I have lost a few things in the lives. So, and this is all two together. So I am just going to leave them together. I'm not going to, I'm just going to move this a tiny bit because there you go. I'm not going to remove this. If they're not glued together, you can totally separate it. Oh, see, you are, Yvette. I cannot use an X-Acto knife for my life. If it's the end of the world, I'll die trying to use this. Now, what we're going to do is, let's move this. We're going to put this in here, and we're going to put this in here, okay? And then we're going to glue this in the back. Now, I am going to actually move this a tiny bit so it's not in the way of our little line there. And it does not interfere when this comes and goes. I know this because of one of the cards, and I'll show you my mistakes. I'll probably have to send that to like my upline says to my mom because it kind of got a little messed up in there. But we are going to now glue this. I'm going to keep it as much as I can in the same place with my hands, right? So it does not move and I don't have to worry about it. I did move it, but it always happens anyways. I try, guys. I try very hard. And I'm putting a little bit here on this corner. I want to hold on to that for 1 second so it's done. Now, if you can tell here in the back, I can totally see my pencil marks. And so I'm just going to delete those. Well, not delete. I wish it would be as easy as deleting. Erase those, right? It takes nothing to erase them. Okay. Oh, Maria, I'm so funny. Now, because these actually has 2 layers, I will have to glue this. Okay, we're going to let this for a second. We're going to move these back to the front. And there we go. I'm putting this out for 1 second so I can work on the rest of the card real quick. So this is going to have these pieces. And I was debating if I wanted the yellow color as a background, but I don't love it. You see, like it does not have any yellow. And I was thinking, well, red would do. So what you guys think, red or yellow? Do we keep yellow so it has like continuity, or do I fall for my OCD and just use red? I'm going to wait a couple of seconds while you guys can answer. Let me move in here so I can see what you guys think. Red or yellow? So we have two options. I thought about the petal pink, but there's nothing petal pinkish in here. So I'm like, not really. So this is how it would look with the yellow. And this is how it would look with red. So what do you guys think? Yellow? Deborah in Facebook says yellow. Carrie says yellow. Okay, yellow it is. Okay, so we're going to go with, keep up with the yellow background. Not background, back layer, I guess is the right word. And let's see. Okay, everybody said yellow. I was like, I guess my OCD was too OCD. This piece is a little bit smaller. It is, let's see, 2 1/8 by 2 7/8. That's the yellow one, and the other one's just an okay. The other one's just an eighth smaller. So definitely yellow. That makes sense. And we're just going to glue this. And I'm just being careful with here for 1 second. And this should not be out, right? But it's just so I don't have to like move this a whole lot. Okay. So there's that. Now this goes back inside. There it is. And this will not go back up outside ever. There it goes. Now we are talking. Now, what do I want to do next? So you guys get an idea. This flap, now you can see, now this little flap will go in here. Well, mostly. I swear to God, it's not this hard to do it. And this is how this would look. Doesn't this look so super cute? And this is what I was telling you. We are going to put this in here. And it's still, you can still put it so you have a place to write, but you can still, then you hide that thing because I did not like that. If you don't put anything in the back, actually, you can totally leave it as. I'll show you. I have two examples for you, one with and one with paper in the back, one without paper. So, but these work well with the other one, so you can do this. And so it takes a little bit more to put it in, but it totally kind of takes that off. And we'll do that last. So this is our little card. Isn't this really, really cute, guys? And now all we have to do is decorate, mostly. I'm lying to you guys. So I'm actually going to use this piece of red that I have, and I am going to cut at 2. So 2, this is 2 and 2 by 1. And we are going to score this. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. And we're going to score this at 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, and I'm using the right side of my trimmer and 1/2 inch. And we're going to create a little thingy that, oh, that's not perfectly okay, Maria. Okay, let's see. That's 1/2 inch. That was not 1/2 inch. Oh, that's okay. And then, so that will be 1 1/2. Aye. And then, guess I just didn't cut this well. Okay, so this is going to work because nobody's going to see. Yes, Carrie, that's like, you have to remove this from here. So when you want to send it, it's just going to go like this. You'll have to do some sort of like instructions, I guess. You know, put flapping. Guys, how would I call this? Slit? I don't know. Put flapping slit or whatever, right? So they know. They can put it in there. Actually, like, you can write it in here. Insert in slit, but it will fall flat. Like that. Okay? And we created that little square thingy. I'm going to have to do another, guys. That's so ridiculous sometimes. Okay, so 1 by 2. Hopefully I remember how to cut at 2. Oh, this is smaller than 2. This is so funny. This is not even funny, guys. Chin chin. Nope. Well, we'll have to use yellow. It's fine. We'll use yellow. Oh, we can use, I'm going to use yellow. So 1 by 2, really slot. Okay, thank you, Carrie. So the length of the width of this is not very important because I'll show you here in a minute. It goes in the back of our honey jar. It does need to be, it does not need to be 2 inches necessarily. It just needs to be easy to divide in 4, right? So that's kind of what we were doing. So half inch, then 1 inch, and then we'll just turn around. And this is usually the easiest way to create, like to help with pop-ups, is to create little tubes that are the same measurement all around, right? In this case, one will do, but it needs to be good. It needs to be, I'm not going to say perfect, but it needs to be well measured in a way that it won't, if it's not, it won't fall flat. And that's kind of what we need, is for this to fall flat well. Okay, so go back in here. So I have 2 options. So here are my 2 little jars. These are, I use blenders for this. This is, oh, I forgot to show you guys, but this is the ribbon that comes with the suite. And I use blenders in here, blenders. And this is just a little, that same pattern paper. Which one do we want to use? This one is going to go in here. So I'm going to fold this so you guys can tell how it's going to look. So this is going to fold here, and this is the one that we need. So we can glue this. Well, no. Which one do you guys want? This is number 1, and this is number 2. So this one just had like the idea that, and you can totally have cut that in like silver paper and make it more realistic. I didn't think of that. Or the one that has, quote unquote, the covering on it. Let me know. Which one do we want? In the meantime, I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal Plus. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carrie. It took me a little bit to get. So this one you mean, Elizabeth? The one with gray? So let's, quote unquote, this has the, number 1, number 2. So this one. Okay. So I am putting these in the bottom, aligning with the little thingy. And then this one will go align in here. And that will help stepping this up, right? Or putting this up. So it's okay. We can use this for something else. There's plenty to do with that. So we'll use this one. So now I really want, so if you can tell, let me move this backwards. This is pretty tall, right? So we need to be mindful of that, that it's fairly tall. So don't, like, be mindful that there's, the boundary there. So I am glad you guys like it though. And the metal top. So metal top it is. And I'm going to put some extra Stampin' Seal Plus in the other side. And now that we have it here, we are going to align this. I'm going to align it right there. And these, guys, why don't you tell me I'm doing this wrong? Let's see. What am I doing wrong here? I'm doing something wrong and I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. That's never cool. I know that this one has to be there. This one has to be there. I think that's what I was doing wrong. And this one. Okay. Hey, we'll have some times to like. So these, I know it goes here. That's so odd. I'm not doing this correctly for whatever reason, but that's fine. Hey, it happens, I guess. If somebody can help me out here, I think we got it now. No, that cannot be on top. I'm just kidding. Breathing. I've done this 1,000 times, guys. 1,000 times. And for whatever reason, today it's just not working. We're going to go with this as is, and we'll figure it out as we go. So, okay, that will help a little bit. So that is not helping. This needs to go here, guys. Bottom line. And like this. We'll finish this in a minute because obviously my brain has to recover from something and I don't remember. In the meantime, while things get all discombobulated, it happens, guys. It happens. We are going to bring our little bear, which I absolutely adored. And we're going to bring some dimensionals. Yes, we are going to bring dimensionals for our bear. I am going to mainly focus on the... So I'm going to put this here so you guys see. I'm going to put this in here, but so glue or dimensionals on this side, but not on this side, right? So, and don't worry, because I always mess up. So for some reason, I always say what I want to do, but do the other way around. How does that happen, guys? So see, something like that. So our friend stays there. And there he is. And that is all we need in there. And now we're going to bring our sending. And I already have our sending here. I used the... I always forget the name of this thing, guys. Don't judge me. The sticker paper. I forget the name. Bottom line, the double adhesive paper. If I look here, I'll look for the name of it. Well, okay, Yvette, I'll follow here in a second. Let me glue this. The bottom, the top needs to stick to the back. That's what I thought, but it's not working well with me. I don't know why it's so unfriendly. Okay, it's fine, guys. It happens. We will keep going, and then we will do that. I'll get back in there. It's fine. Okay, so the good news is it has that sticky paper. So we created like a, oh, I don't know where my little dot went. We created like a sticker, right? The bad news is you have less juggling time because I lost. Okay, I lost the little dot, so I'm gonna bring my white gel pen. So useful, guys. This is probably the most useful thing in the whole wide world. And we are going to bring this in here, and we're going to put our sending right here because thankfully we have a lot of space in here. So we're going to put glue just on the bottom of sending, and just like that. We can totally put more or any in here. Okay, just like that, maybe at some point. There we go. So when this goes, it looks like this. Okay, let's see. Let's resolve our problem. Guys, I swear to God, I did it like 5 times today, and it's not even funny. So what I am thinking is, Okay, let's work on this. So this goes here, this goes there. See, like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Did I mention that? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to let this be for a minute. No, not like that, because it won't glue like that. It won't stay like that, which is what I need. Otherwise, I would have just done a little thingy. We're going to glue this, and we'll figure out this in a minute. So maybe if I put my stamp in here. Should the yellow paper be folded in half? Rachel, I'm not sure. So double layer. Okay, I'm putting this. I know for sure this goes like this anyways. On the right side. Okay, so we're going to let it be for like that for a minute, and we'll figure this out. I think this is how this goes. Okay, for now. But, yeah, no, this is no longer like gluish. But we're going to let it be for now. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. Guys, I really don't know. Right, thank you, Rachel. But it'll work somehow. I don't know. I give up. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this piece of paper. We're going to fold it in half. And hopefully this stays. Because what happens is this will stay just perfectly okay. So we'll go the simple way, guys. Because I don't know why my brain ain't working today, but it's not. And we need to finish this card eventually, today, anyways. Okay, so that's it. Simple pop-up, guys. I did, like, it's so interesting. Anyway, so this is the problem here, is that this is not going to stay all the way, all the time, but it will work for now while I figure it out. I'll practice more, I guess. The other two are working fine. Anyways, guys, it happens. And now I do have a few of those bees from that. So we can just put them around everywhere or whenever, whatever we want them. Not there, but I'm going to move these like it should fold, so I have an idea of what we're doing. So I want this one in here. I'm going to bring her up here, and that looks like that. So her heart is going to be floating, kind of. So, guys, I give up. It's fine. This will work for now. It's not ideal. I'll look for the other one, and we'll resolve it at some point. I'm going to bring this other bee in. She can be either there. No, I think I like her here with our bear. So I'm going to put a little bit there in the middle, and then pop up there. And there is just one more. I also love this one, and I'm going to put her here. So lots and lots of options with those super cute bees, right? I'm like sweating and all, guys. I did cut a couple of hearts, and I'm going to put like one heart in there. You know what? I'm being dummish here. Okay, so we're going to bring this up in here. This is why that simple does not work, but when my brain works, oh my gosh, Maria, then we will figure it out. So for now, this will do. I know that I have done it, but I don't know. So this is how the card will look. Once I find out the right way to do this, which is that way, but I don't know why it's not working, then this will stick. all together. I don't know why it's not working, but it was not working. So there's that. And so this is how the card looks. Now, going to the back, I'm not going to stamp anything else because this is a fairly general card. I mean, saying. So I'm just going to put this in here. And what I am going to do, guys, is bring my Stampin' Seal Plus, and we are going to put it on top of here, just like that. I'll turn that out so I can align this better. I'm centering this as best as I can, leaving that area, of course, without a whole lot. And so, funny enough, you kind of like created a pocket here. So if you want it, like if you just leave it on, I leave it on because I think it's a good idea to have pocket. And these will fit. Again, you have to fiddle with it a little bit just because I'm nervous and like really upset at myself that I cannot get my card to work after so much practice. But guys, that's how it works. I will figure it out. But that is how it works. And then you have that in the back and you have an area to right and it falls flat. And we'll figure that one out. So we have one. So of course I made a Christmas one because hello. And this is the Christmas one. So this is what's different in here. In this case, let me remove this. In this case, I decorated this area and did not decorate the back. Okay, so let me show you how it looks without the back, just like that. So it's simple in the back. It does not look bad at all, but I like it covered better because I am that OCD. But I think that this turned out super, super cute. I used Paper Florist for this and then the St. Nicholas bundle and paper for this one. So this one I think ended up being super, super cute. This is just the cut out. These are cut outs from the paper. This I did color, but did not end up paying a lot of attention to it, but it ended up super cute, I think. So that's one. And the other one, which was the one I wanted to make initially. Oh, this one has a simple attachment, I guess. But because this paper has been kind of like a problem, because everybody wants it, nobody has it. It's just like a whole thing. I decided not to make this one, but I like in the live. But this is using the All About Autumn. Oh, thank you, Kiwi. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And I love these like early espresso matching with the moody mauve. This in the back is the rose gold specialty paper, and the rest is just the bundle. These, of course, I had to do the crate from Rustic Crate because I absolutely love that crate and that coloring. Now, this one is, again, this one was my first one. And so some of the mistakes I find out in here. So guys, here is how it works. And I don't know why this one works and the other doesn't work. Whatever, guys. But, so this is, so see, this is where I made my mistakes. So to send this, I will have to like figure out how to cover my boo-boos in here because that happened. And then this is the back. And this is where I came up with that idea because I really just did not like the hole in there. And I figured, okay, something needs to be covered and it's fine. So to send it, I would say, you know, just fold the flap, keep the flap inside. And so nobody will see it, right? And that's what I was saying. In this case, in these two, you can totally write in here, insert flap in the slot, right? And this is quite noticeable, so it will work really well. So this one, of course, works much better because I was able, well, much better define. I was able to like create that, move these a little bit higher, and those are the cards. Are they cute? In spite of the craziness, aren't they so fun? I just thought they were so fun. The All About Autumn. Oh my God, Kiwi. I know. I was just, oh my gosh, what happened here? I was just lucky that when they did the all, you know, like the demonstrator thingy, I was able to get it then. Um, and ever since I've tried to get it, and I have not been able. So the All About Autumn is like a hot commodity, guys. But this is how the card will look, right? So again, I will fold. If you're going to put this, I will fold the black in the back, and same in here. Though the red looks less dramatic, but you can totally fold it in the back. And there they are. This absolutely needs to be stuck, but it's fine. But I think that, for example, in this one, you can totally put like a couple of what's the name of those things? Maybe bling. How about some hearts? Something like this, right? A cutout of something that you can just put in there to just kind of cover it a little bit, anyways. Make it a little disappear. But at least in the back is not noticeable, and I like that better. So it happens. You got to try to get exactly where you want, and you guys can tell. Look at this poor thing. I've been putting it in and out, in and out, in and out. It's already like seeing bad days, but it really like works well, especially in this one. It works well now that it's not that this was higher. So what's really making the mess in here, let me show you, is this paper, because it's too close to the slot. And so that's why I made this one up higher, because it does not affect the look, but then there's nothing in the way of the little panel to go inside. Okay, guys. Sorry. One last thing. I promise. We need to do the raffle for last week, and I'm trying to do this maybe eventually. There it goes. Okay, where's my thingy? There it is. Okay, guys, so for last week's set, this is the raffle. So I'm gonna try, guys. I always try, and it never works. Never synchronize it. It's just so funny. Adrian! Oh my God, Adrian! Yay! You won! I'm so excited, guys. Let's do it. Okay, Adrian, I think I have your email, your address. I think I do. If not, I do have your email, and I will let you know so I can send you the card. Okay. Let me remove myself from there. Guys, we made it. I am not sure how we made it. I am sorry. I'm so glad you guys like them. At least they were cute. Like I said, it takes a little bit to get there, but it's not that complicated. They are very, very cute. And I will figure out my little jar here in a minute. Yay, Adrian! Congratulations, girl. And just so you know, I wanted to show you how much bigger the actual one that the lady made is. So this is the one. Of course, it's much better to like make a whole scene in here, right? And this is ours. So there you go. Whoops, wrong angle. So it's a couple of inches on each side, I think. So this is probably 8 or 8.5, and this is 6. So and again, it ends up folding at, I think it's 6 by 6 is what ends up folding, maybe. Oh no, 5.5 by 6. Okay, so we made it, guys. Thank you. Oh, I forgot my little hearts. Guys, that's so sad. That just only happens to me, or some sort of things. But okay, let me tell you that the stickers I will stick. So I'm gonna put like one of the small ones. I'll show you here what I'm doing in a second, so you guys can see. And I'm gonna leave it like that. and then one little one, like up there. Okay, there it is. I put like the little red flowers. Let me move here. There we go. Up here, this is mirror, so it always confuses me. Um, yeah, yeah, kiwi. It is very, very big. Um, it's much bigger, anyways. Of course, it is. It is amazing if it's you're gonna give it to somebody, like for example, if you're making the nativity or something. I figured that a little smaller would work better for my viewers, right? Most of the time, there's always questions of where would it fit. So a 6x6 envelope will work for these. Um, but the other one, yeah, the other one is quite big. So, anyways, here we are. Here's our card. I'm still fiddling with it. I'm gonna put them in here so you're not seeing. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for going. Thank you. Oh, hi, Pat. How are you? Um, I think it's better, Adrian. That size is much more manageable, right? Even if you just want to send it in the mail, or even if just giving it in person is a little bit more manageable. Um, oh, kiwi, yes. So I have said this a couple of times. I have a few, but I'm missing. So if you are interested in, oh my God, Carrie. How did you name Carrie named it and it was so funny. If I find it. She named it something. Carrie, do you remember how you named it? That's a really funny name, but I can't remember now. Oh, the Paper Hoarders Club. And it's going to stick with that. Paper Hoarders Club. If somebody's interested, just send me an email, guys, to Maria at Maria's Crafting Corner with your address so I can create a database. I've been a little bit slow in that. Vacation was crazy. So send me an email with your address if you're interested in belonging to the Paper Hoarders Club. Thank you, Carrie, for your idea. That was a great name. Okay, guys, I'm for real leaving. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and of your evening. Sending hugs